I'm Terry Malone. I'm the owner of Hairwear, home of Crescent City Curly Girl. One thing that John Jay taught us was a business sense, not just how to do hair.
How did you learn this skill of you making the decision to change and transfer from who you are to become somebody else?
Young girls who don't know what to do just think, well, I know how to do my hair.
What's the biggest challenge that you face in the whole journey?
There's no biggest. Each one is big.
How do you operate right now in order to keep it what you got and maybe grow more?
I align myself with positive, like-minded people. Carnegie says, successful people do what they don't want to do when they don't want to do it.
What money means to you now?
You have to look like money if you want to make money.
$1 billion table is where you educate yourself to do better. I believe business is life. So if you're really doing good in business, you can do good in life. But if you're not doing good in life, you will never do good in business because everything is connected and we are here to figure it out. I am so blessed and so grateful to have Terri today with us. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thank you as well. I'm so happy to share.
Thank you a lot. So let's get into it, Terri. How you introduce yourself?
I'm Terry Malone. I'm the owner of Hairwear, home of Crescent City Curly Girl. I've been a stylist for decades, I like to say. I have aligned myself with a curl specialist company that trains professional stylists who are already licensed in the way of managing, cutting, coloring, curly or textured hair for men, women, and children.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I've been around you now for a few months, and I always see how you have a system for everything in life. I see how you are a boss. Like we have to say this. You have a high level of management. You have everything in order. When I visit your salon, I can see everybody working to do what the best, because Terri wants always the best, for her, for herself, for people around her, and her client for sure, right?
I'm so happy that you see that.
No, absolutely. I appreciate that because I am inspired when I see a man successful, but when I see a woman, I see. I don't know, I grow up with a mom who always works. So when I see a woman actually working and blessed with her work and she is successful what she do, so I always respect this. So I really do respect everything you do.
It's all intentional. It doesn't happen by accident.
That's right. So where are you from? How did you grow up?
I'm from New Orleans, born and raised.
Okay.
I guess the things that in my life that have defined me, I would say the most, is my mother put me in dance when I was 4 years old, in ballet.
Oh.
She was very strict that I could not study any other discipline than ballet. Studied ballet all through all my school years, all through high school, all through college. But in high school, I realized that I wasn't going to grow any taller. And dancers need long legs and they need to be a certain height. And so I began singing. I found out that I had a voice. I joined the choir at my school and I started singing. Loved it so much that I went into musical theater and went to Loyola University, local Loyola. I have a 4-year degree in music with a degree in voice and minor in piano and dance.
That's great. So what did you learn? Because I think every stage of our life, it's meant to teach us something, right? Or maybe we become a different person from that experience, right?
Sure.
What did you learn from ballet?
How to present myself in front of an audience.
Wow.
How to have confidence on a stage. How to feel like everybody's watching me and I'm doing the best work that I absolutely, positively can.
And when you make the decision to start singing, it was hard the transformation to go to somewhere else from
Not
something that
really.
you invest.
Not really. I still studied dance.
Right,
I didn't focus on becoming a professional dancer. I
right,
had a better crack at becoming a professional musician, which I had been, which I was. After I graduated, actually during college, I started gigging. I started singing with
right.
local jazz orchestras, big band jazz orchestras, smaller ensembles. Um, did community theater, Tulane Summer Lyric Theater, and again, on the
That's
stage.
that's
And
awesome.
yeah, so it wasn't hard. It was easy. It just felt so right, and I felt at home on stage.
If you've like, yeah, I think when it's something that's called passion, it's never been hard. It's just something that,
Right.
yeah. So, what you learned from being a singer, like what the biggest lesson you learned in that journey?
Wow, biggest lesson I learned from being a singer. I'll tell you, your body is your temple.
Mm,
When the trombone player's instrument needs fixing, he fixes it. He brings it to a repair person, they fix it, he puts a new mouthpiece on it, he
mm-hmm.
oils his valves. This is it.
Mm,
Flesh and blood. And
like a
it's
machine.
it you are your own, your body is a temple, truly a temple
Wow.
that you have to keep in good standing all the time, or you don't perform at your highest level.
Wow, that's really deep. I think I really believe exactly what you just said. I believe the body is a machine, and I think it's a like I think it's really important to be healthy or to keep this machine in a good shape because we receive from life on the level that this machine operating on, like whatever frequency that's our body vibrating on is actually that's what the reflection of our life.
Yeah,
And I
I
think
agree.
the way you say it is really perfect. So how, if somebody, because I know there is a lot of people right now struggling with keeping their body or to actually sometimes I feel like they don't even know how to keep their body in a good health or a good shape. How did you learn and what you learn or what you can tell them now for in order for them to?
Well, because of the fact that I always moved, I was
Mm,
always dancing. I did a little bit of sports. My ballet teacher did not like me doing sports.
mm,
But because I've always grown up doing that, I don't know any other way.
mm.
My body screams at me. Like right now, it's screaming hard because I haven't gotten back to my workout since the holidays. And what
Okay.
is it, January 12th? Not
Right.
good.
Right.
But that was more than anything. I knew that if you don't move it, you lose it. So that discipline was ingrained in me ever since I was a child.
That's wonderful. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah,
Wow.
if you don't
If you don't
move it,
okay,
you
okay,
lose it.
okay, okay.
And that
That's very nice.
really transpires as you mature, as I have, because if you don't keep your body moving, even in your senior years, you lose it. It freezes. It loses its muscle memory and it doesn't go anymore.
Right. So, but now, I mean, when I know you in the hair business,
Right. How
and
did that
that's
happen?
crazy, right?
How did
Like,
that
how
happen?
that's how like going in from being a singer, how you ended up in the hair business.
It happened. I will never forget the moment. I was singing on stage at the New Orleans Country Club for some debutante's wedding. And I just looked out in the audience and I said, I want to be where you are. I'm
Mm,
so tired of working while everyone else is playing. I want to be dancing. I want to be having fun with my friends and
right.
laughing. And nobody wants to hear you sing at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday morning.
Right.
It's all weekend work. I knew I wanted to be a mother one day.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't married at the time when this happened. Maybe I was. I'm not anymore.
Mm,
Anyway, I knew also, and this was really I worked so much better by the light of the sun than the light of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And just like your mother taught you, I don't know if your mother taught you, but nothing good happens after midnight.
That's
And
right.
it's true. It's
That's
true.
true.
People start to change and things start to happen. And
Behavior change,
yeah,
everything
yeah.
change.
So I thought I would go get my master's. And my best friend and I enrolled at Tulane to get our master's in fine art
Mm.
with a concentration in voice and music. And I said, what am I doing? All this is going to do is help me to teach. I didn't want to teach anymore either.
Mm.
Teaching is rough, and
Of
I
course.
wasn't making the money that I knew I needed to have a happy life for myself. So I took a little detour, and I went to interview at John Jay Beauty College, a locally owned beauty college. At the
Right.
time, he had 10 hair salons, 3 beauty colleges, and I went to interview him. Now, mind you, I've already gone through 4 years of college. I taught for 2 years while I was professionally singing. So I wasn't the typical beauty school person that
Right.
came right from high school. And I asked him, I said, what am I going to find here? And he said, well, you're probably going to be one of the oldest ones. No big deal. I was 22, 24, no, 24. Yeah, 24.
Right.
And he said, most girls come and guys go to beauty college because they can't do anything else.
If they don't know you, they can't pay you. Let's face it. And if you really want to elevate, if you want to get to the next level in your business, you need us. You need Let's Go Viral team, because we know exactly how to bring your business, your service, or your product to the right target audience. Listen, it's not about just try, it's about to do it, right? And we are so confident because we have done this to ourselves, to our company, and we are doing it for a lot of our clients, and we want to collaborate with you. Listen, this is something gonna work in 90 days. So if you're really ready, if you're hungry and you wanna elevate, we have the perfect team for you. Just go ahead and DM us. In the description, you will see the link for our website so we can set up a meeting and we can go viral. Let's go viral. Let's do it. Let's work.
But you're coming here because you have an economic desire. You want a career. You want to better yourself and financially support yourself. You're going to eat everybody's lunch.
Wow.
And
You're gonna outwork everybody.
yeah,
I mean, I can see that. It's just like, no, I want to keep going because I have a
Well,
question. It's so,
yeah, well, young girls who don't know what to do just think, well, I know how to do my hair,
Right.
so I'm going to go do hair.
right.
And not thinking of the physicalness of this, the mentalness of this, the psychologicalness of this, that all goes in, and the business. And that was
Right.
one thing that John Jay taught us, was a business sense, not just how to do hair, but
That's
how
right.
to be a business person behind the chair as well.
Wow.
Yep.
That's really tough, though. I mean, I think business is a different skills. Like I have a friend in the gym, and he's a dentist, and he was telling me he's looking for somebody to teach him how to do business because he's like, I don't know nothing, but I know how to like being a dentist, but I don't know how to make this a business. I'm like working,
Right.
but I need. I'm like, man, that's like
Most doctors,
they don't know.
dentists, none of them, they don't learn that
Right.
in medical school,
Of
dental
course,
school. Yeah.
yes. So my question is, how are like how? Why are you too flexible? Like, how did you learn this skill of you making the decision to change and transfer from who you are to become somebody else, and you are okay with it? I mean, I see myself as well as a lot of people, they have trouble. I mean, I'm grateful that I change a lot when I have to. I don't stuck to one thing or one person, but I feel like a lot of people stuck by being them, and they have an ego to actually make, okay, listen, it's time to change this, like what I'm doing right now, or change who I am right now. How did you learn to be this flexible to change from, being in ballet to musician, from musician, right, after that too? What was that?
Survival. In order to get to having my clientele, I could not stop working. So I had to start in beauty school at nighttime. And I was on my own, and I still had to make a living. So I would teach from 9 to 3. I would go to beauty college from 5 to 9, and then I would sing with the band from 10 to 2.
Wow.
I was in my 20s.
Okay.
But I knew it was a means to an end.
Okay.
I knew that it wasn't going to be this way forever. And once I got to the summertime, I decided to switch to day school. Now, beauty school is calculated in hours. So if you go to day school, you get 8 hours of credit. At night school, you only get 4.
That's right.
So once I could get into the summer mode, then I could just crank out the hours and get out sooner. But I still had to continue singing for about 2 more years to support myself until I built a clientele, because that was a whole.
So did you grow up with money?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
I grew up comfortably privileged. My father was a dentist. My friend, the dentist. I know a lot about dentists.
Right.
And we were comfortable, but he went and died when he was 41 years old. I was 16 years old.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and massive heart attack. He probably would still be alive if he lived in this day and age. It's just, this was in the 70s, and they just didn't have the modern medicine that they have nowadays.
Right.
But that which does not kill us makes us stronger. And I was the oldest of my family. I had 3 little brothers, and I forged forward. I just
Your mom
knew.
was there?
Oh yeah, she was 38 years old.
She was working or no?
No.
Oh, wow.
No. She would help my father every once in a while, but no, she had to go to work. She was a stay-at-home mom.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what the biggest challenge happened in your life that you faced in the whole journey?
The biggest challenge, there's no biggest. Each one is big.
Right.
And then you challenge it,
know.
and then it becomes little, but then
Yeah.
it's always changing.
I agree.
Owning a business is probably the biggest challenge that doesn't bring me 100% joy. It's not always joy. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And, I've been owning my own business
I know.
since the day I started doing somebody's hair.
I know.
Because you are the business.
Right.
They don't care whose name is hanging over the doorway. You are the business. So it's how you make it. And I believe in a flawless first impression. There's a saying, you never get a second chance
Right.
to make a first impression.
Right.
Everything about me in my business is intentional. The way my salon looks, hopefully the way my employees and staff treat my clients, and how I greet you from the moment we start. That is the building of the human relationship. That is the challenge of my profession.
Right.
I would say.
And how, which is, I see you doing it. Again, I already see you, this is from the bottom of my heart. I really see you doing great with what you do. And I am so proud of you, really, I am.
Thank you.
But if right now, because a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners, they will be watching this episode, and they will, they will love to know, how did you overcome that challenge, and how do you operate right now in order, because again, as a boss, who you are, it's hard to actually work for anybody. It couldn't work for you. It will never work for you. I can't see this. But also as a challenge, as a woman, to be in business, and there is so much competition. There is so much, as you said, youngest people coming in there just because they know how to do their own hair. They think, oh yeah, I can't do everybody's hair. And what they do everybody's hair like their own hair, this is also, and from my perspective, is dumb.
Yeah.
You have to treat every hair as their owner hair. It's not like your hair,
Right.
because it's different hair, different way, different taste, different we are different. I don't like. I mean, I like your hair for you, but I don't want your. I don't want you to do my hair like your hair. So I think that's what when I look out to another salons before we start working together. I see this is one of the biggest a challenge for people. They get out the salon, they all look the same. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Like these people are really different, especially with the. Yeah, I think even today with like a plastic surgery, I feel like this dude, he actually know how to figure out one thing, and he do the same thing for everybody, and all the women looking now the same thing.
Right.
So I think that's one of the. This may be the first time I tell you this, but this is what I see that's really you makes you special in your field. You're not treating everybody. You're treating everybody the same, but you don't treat everybody's hair are like in the same way. So how did you overcome this business challenge, and how do you operate right now in order to keep it what you got and maybe grow more?
Well, I think I've told you before, everything's intentional.
Right.
Everything that I do, I align myself with positive, like-minded people.
Okay.
If you have any downer about you, I don't need you in my life. So that's one thing. I was taught, I'm quoting Dale Carnegie now. Dale Carnegie says,
I love Dale
successful people do what they don't want to do when they don't want to do it.
Wow.
It took me a while for that to settle in. Today is my day off.
Right.
Today is the only day that I don't have to put the war paint on, the makeup, the hair. It's a day to relax. I get everything done. I don't really relax, but I get everything done to go back to my job. But I said, I don't want to do this, but I need to do this, and I need to do it now. And same thing, I don't want to go to work. You get up and you go to work. I don't want to make my bed. Did you know that making your bed is the first task that you do? And if you start your day making your bed, the rest of your day would be just mastering tasks one after the other. And if you get that going, you're starting the ball rolling.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's just a good mindset, just to always be positive, be up, and do the things that you don't want to do.
Right.
I don't want to clean the toilet at my job, at work, but sometimes I have to,
Right, right. That's a blessing, and I like that you read for Dale Carnegie. I remember the interview that Napoleon Hill he has done with him, and he got hired by Dale Carnegie, and it's just an amazing man.
Yeah.
An amazing mindset, I think, and this dude actually shows me personally like there is nobody becomes successful by luck. They earn it, no matter what they are, who they are, what their skin color is, what they believe in. No matter what it is, they earn every penny, everything, every decision they have is intentional, as you just said.
Yeah.
So, and I like the way you said it about being around the right people. What does that mean to you? Like, why you say this?
Well,
Tell me more.
when you hang around people who are not lifting you up, that are maybe doing things that really aren't you, doing drugs, stealing, just to name a couple of things. Even though you're not doing that, you're guilty by association. The world sees you. If you hang out with these people, you must be into that as well.
Right.
And they also will eat at you. You know that's wrong.
Right.
But it makes you feel bad. And I don't want to feel bad. I want to feel good. I want to be around people that make me feel good, and I can do the same for them.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's...
Because before we start this also, you say that you are who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
And I like this because that's really true. Even myself, like, like this year, if you don't work out, I don't want to be around you. Like this one of the thing I really like. If my friend or whoever he want to be my friend, if he have no high standards for himself, doesn't respect his body and his life, it's not gonna work. It's just, especially with me becoming a dad, I'm like, I really want to be serious with this more. It's just, I think we take things like, even like yourself, like when I always give you, like you think I'm giving you credit, but this is you. Like when I tell you are the greatness, because I'm looking at you, how you're doing, how much you're doing, and how much you're good in what you're doing, and how much people happy after when you work with them. I mean, for me, it's really great blessing, a great gift. Is myself, I'm learning from you when you're doing that, because I'm like, wow, how can I keep? Because I feel like in the last few, like in my work and my business as well, I feel like it was not easy with my team members to actually stay aligned on the same frequency or on the same goal. So I'm looking at, I'm like, what you're doing, and I ask the team member you have on the front desk, she's like, I'm here for 6 years. I'm like, wow, this lady kept somebody for 6 years. That's so great. So no matter how, I mean, that's a success. In my perspective, that's a really big success to have somebody who actually taking care of themselves and doing great for themselves. And I mean, being there every day, it's a success, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I think the environment is actually, yeah, and that's why you have a good environment in your store. You have a great in your shop. I mean, in your salon, the music is great. The vibe, the smell, everything is really aligned.
Thanks. So I'm at a crossroad in my life.
If they don't know you, they can't pay you. Let's face it. And if you really want to elevate, if you want to get to the next level in your business, you need us. You need Let's Go Viral team, because we know exactly how to bring your business, your service, or your product to the right target audience. Listen, it's not about just try, it's about to do it, right? And we are so confident because we have done this to ourselves, to our company, and we are doing it for a lot of our clients, and we want to collaborate with you. Listen, this is something gonna work in 90 days. So if you're really ready, if you're hungry and you wanna elevate, we have the perfect team for you. Just go ahead and DM us. In the description, you will see the link for our website, so we can set up a meeting and we can go viral. Let's go viral. Let's do it. Let's work.
Where I know that I don't want to work this hard forever. And I want to get out. This is why I'm working with you. This is my next move and shift, is how do I create a package, a business that is either a package to sell, to assume, whatever it is, so that I don't have to be the boss anymore. I teach others what I do. They come and work with me, and we create a specialty salon that services people with hair with texture. And that is the next phase of what I've built here with this salon. I never wanted to own my salon, by the way. I've only been a salon owner for about 8 years. And I always rented a station in someone else's salon. But I knew that I had to create a place for people with textured hair to come, that we spoke their language, that they felt comfortable, that they knew that we were not going to mess up their naturally textured hair. Oh, because I know this sounds crazy, but this is not something that we're taught in traditional beauty school.
Right.
We're taught to cut everybody's hair the same way. And so this is what I would call postgraduate studies. I went to a school in New York that gave me the certification of a curl specialist. And I was put on their international website as a find a stylist. And if anybody put their zip code and how many miles they were willing to travel, up I came. I just went there to learn about my hair. I needed to learn about my curly hair. And I got home from New York and my phone exploded.
Wow.
And I had to totally relearn how I work because
Right.
we cut dry and then you get washed.
Mm.
We have special instructions that you have to have. This is not your mama's haircut.
Right.
You can't come with dirty, ratty, smelly hair. It's
Right.
got to be in its natural state so we
Right,
can
right.
cut with the way that it lives on your head. So that pivot forced me to this stage. And so now I'm here. It's my favorite salon I've ever worked in.
Right.
I love what I have built there.
Right.
I feel like I need to put a package on this. I need to or make this a package and let others have the success that I had.
Right. So I like that also. Like when you said you open your other salon, your own salon. I see that you also have another opportunities for other dressers that to be in there.
Correct.
So tell me about this. Like if somebody right now looking for an opportunity to be in a, in your salon, right? What it takes them to be there? Like what it takes for somebody to come and be in that environment, in that space, using your space, and also maybe get some lessons from you, learn from what you do and who you are.
Right. This is another, my business model right now is set up for the people that work there are either my support team or they are booth renters. They rent their station from me.
Mm-hmm.
And as life would have it, I've had 3 stylists who have retired. And they loved where they were. It was just time. It was time for them to check out. And so now I have 3 stations available. I guess my right now, I would like a stylist to come in and rent the station and let me teach them so that they can build, if they want to build new clients. They would bring their clientele to this space. And if they wanted to learn this, I would then be able to pass on this knowledge so that I could pass on clients to them as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I think whoever listening to us right now, I think it's a really great opportunity if you are a hairdresser or if you are in this business and you're looking for a great location, because I really love the location that you also in there. It's amazing. It's right there closest from the Lakeside Mall as well.
Right.
And I think it's the heart of Metairie. That's what they call it, right?
Sure is, yeah.
That's
absolutely.
really awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, and we have a large North Shore clientele.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just New Orleans and Metairie. North Shore people have no problem crossing the bridge.
Absolutely, because they have great skills and professional people like yourself actually there.
There are hair salons on every corner on the North Shore.
Wow.
But they're not necessarily doing what I'm doing.
Right.
They're not doing a truly dry, curly cut that we do. That we were trained to do. Yeah.
That's great. So talking about the business, last time I was with my mentor, I was asking this question: how can I leverage? How can I scale? Right? Because I feel like I am in business and I've been really doing good in Miami, and I work with like almost every millionaire in Miami. We did something with them, right? Either a podcast or we did like maybe some course for them, and we did some contents maybe for them. But we have worked with more than 50 millionaire in Miami, right? So it was all because I'm grateful for my mentor. So he was what he said is like, you can't scale, you can't leverage a service. You always need time for service. 90% of American business start with service because it costs nothing. You just have something to offer. You offer to people, they buy it. You provide your time, you get your money, and you provide the service. But when it comes to scale, you have to create a package, as you just said. It's really great. You have to package your service to become a product, because it's easy to sell a product, but it's because you don't need time for the product, but you need time for the service.
Correct.
And I think that's where I believe we have to, what we're doing and now where you're preparing yourself to become on that stage, I think even the world will actually be more benefit of your skills by providing this type of information that you already have, because I think it's time to pass it for a lot of people who actually don't have the time, or maybe don't have the money, or they don't have the courage to actually go to New York and do the same journey that you actually did.
Right.
Right. So, what money means to you now?
Well, survival.
Right.
I own a home, and that it motivates me to
Keep it
make
up.
money so I can keep it up. Costs always go up. I spent many, many hours of my life growing up with my Depression era grandparents. They grew up during the Depression, and they kept the heater on 60 degrees in the wintertime, and they kept the air conditioner on 80 degrees in the summertime, and saved every penny. And I've been a saver since then. I'm all about saving and investing. I've been self-employed ever since the day I walked out of beauty college.
Right.
I'm it. And so I realized that nobody was socking money away. I didn't have a 401k, LMNOP, QRST. I was it.
Right.
So that frugalness that they taught me, I don't live above my means. And that's important. I drive a 13-year-old car. I turn off every single light. Every time I leave a room, I turn off the light. I save on electricity just so that I have more money to save.
Right.
What am I saving it for? A fabulous retirement, maybe?
Right. So you still like you still on that mindset, or you think you overcome it, or you still on a saving?
I'm still very frugal. I keep that
Okay.
that mindset.
That's great.
Just about everything I do. I have certain things that I splurge on, but I know I have to cut back elsewhere. I don't have every streaming channel that there is known to womankind. I live kind of simply.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's great. I like how you explain it, and I like also that you know where it comes from, right?
Yeah.
Because I used to not exactly the same, but I used to be somehow. My dad somehow have this little bit of that, and one time a dude told me, he's like, that's really shocked my mind, my life. He's like, why are you doing this? I'm like, man, it's good to save money. He's like, you don't have a saving problem, you have an income problem. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, bro, it's not. He's like, you don't have to, like, there is no way to save from what you're doing. You need to make more in order to actually live better. This is like I'm like, man, that's so first time, my ego like, no way, man, you don't even know, you just, you are the different life, whatever.
Right.
But with myself, I'm like, he's so right. Like, I really have income problem at that time. And I mean, I still have, like, want to do more, just to become more, especially now with the kids coming. But yeah, I think sometimes stuff we learn and we don't know, or we don't go. Like, even yesterday we were watching a podcast for my first time. This dude, this good dude, like, they put him on Guinness. He made $100 million in one day. Like, this, his name is Alex Hermosi. Shout out, man, I wish to have you one time on this podcast. This guy is amazing. So, right? So they interviewing him, and he said that he never seen somebody who investing. Like, he said, like, oh, people, like, no, they going, and this is what I'm doing that mistake, I think. People try to invest to make money, when people who actually makes money, they invest, right? And that's, yesterday I learned before I go to bed. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Because, sometimes somebody is like, yo, I got this Bitcoin on like 2,000. But when you look how many 2,000 he have before he put this 2,000,
Sure.
right? He already millionaire. He already have enough to invest and to take that risk. But this dude comes with this, I did this stock, I'm like, but I look to all of those people. I'm like, they have amazing, I mean, lifestyle already, and they okay to risk 10,000 or 100,000 right now, because they have enough. So yeah, I think we have to work on working like on maybe income problem. Let's work on that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I wouldn't mind an income problem.
yeah, let's fix it. I
The
think
good
because
kind. More,
I'm
more,
fixing
more.
this. Let's fix that.
Yep.
Yeah. So
More.
from I think right now with all this lesson that you learn, and you become an incredible human, and I really appreciate you a lot. As I said, what do you want to tell the world? Like, what the 5 things that you would love for anybody who watching this podcast to know that if they make these 5 steps, they will be somebody in life. From your
Wow.
opinion.
I have to do 5?
No, you don't have to do 5.
I think first and foremost, one of the most important things to establish yourself and to make people feel comfortable with you, to trust you, is human touch. You extend your hand and you touch. We broke the ice. Okay, that's over
Okay.
with. Whew.
Right.
Next thing, what is your name?
Okay. Abdul.
Abdullah.
Okay.
So how you spell that, Abdullah?
Abdullah.
Wow. Are you named after somebody?
No.
No, it's just a gift, a name that you have.
Yeah.
So right now, what I've done is I've said your name 3 times.
Right.
Made you spell it for me. The sweetest sound to a person's ear is their name.
That's right.
And remembering somebody's name, and everybody says, I'm horrible at names. I'm not going to remember your name. Well, you really should.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the tricks that I use. I say it again. I make you spell it for me. I ask, where did that name come from? Who named you? Does it mean something? And already I've gotten that. The other things, like I said before, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. The way you present yourself to your public, it sticks with people for forever. Dale Carnegie, I think, is the one who said that, well, if you go on a job interview, from the first 30 seconds that somebody meets you, they have 35 preconceived notions about you.
Wow.
About how dirty your fingernails are, how you presented yourself,
Right.
the fact that you didn't cut the flap open on the back of your coat. Just all those things, and it's just
Right.
you have to show up like you mean it. You have to show up. You have to look like money if you want to make money. You don't
Right.
just just doesn't happen. And oh wow. Successful people do what they don't want to do when they don't want to do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like this.
Okay.
I really like this. I enjoy it. And I think there is, I think this is like, comes with the discipline that I see that you also have. Like, when a few times when we try to, I think you don't want to eat. You say you don't drink coffee at this time. You don't do this at this time. I like this discipline that you also have. It's just the way that you present yourself and the way that you always carry yourself is really great.
Thanks.
And now I can, like the tab when you say about the name and the body touch, like, and the body language is just, now it makes more sense. I'm like, this lady is big time though.
It's all intentional.
That's right. That's right.
It doesn't happen by accident.
That's right. Terri, thank you so much. It's really a pleasure. Do you think there is a question that I have not asked you? Like, do you think there is something that you want to mention or talk about that we haven't get to?
I don't think so. I think we did the whole history, so
Right.
we come full circle. Here we are.
Right. So, again, I'm really grateful. I'm blessed to have this opportunity with you. Thank you for trusting us, like, to be part of your business. This is really means so much. And I always tell you, I promise I will never put you down. We're gonna do everything we can to make this the best that possible. And all this is for you. it's a passion in me just to help myself and help you as well. Because when you know better, you do better, and when you know more, you do more, and when you do better, of course, you will have a better life. And this is what we learned today. You learn how what successful people do. They do what they don't have to, what they don't want to do, when they don't want to do it. So do what's right for you and make sure that you are around the right environment, because you are who you surround yourself with. And remember that God first, and I will see you at the top.